my name is Bill Beckman. What we're going to do today is we're going to take a little time and talk about weaning. There are some things to consider when you are weaning pigs. Number one is footing. That flooring can be slippery at times, and you need to be very careful when you step into the floor. What I've seen happen several times is people will take their foot and leverage themselves like such, and it's very easy with the manure and wetness in a barn. Their foot can easily slip and they could potentially get injured. You need to be mindful of where you put your hand, because that sow could become agitated if you have your hand on a bar. She could easily have access to that and cause injury to yourself or the farm workers. You have obstacles that can be in your way when you're dealing with weaning pigs, as far as heat lamps. These need to be moved out of the way. Certain times piglets may need to be vaccinated or may need some injections at the time of weaning. That's what these gentlemen here are going to do. But you have to be very patient and you have to be diligent and make sure that that injection is done and done correctly. So what we want to do is we want to focus on picking up the piglet by its back leg and making sure that that pig is completely secured in holding that piglet under its belly and then injecting in the proper location. And once that process has been completed, then we take that piglet and we let it back down onto the floor by its front legs, and using its back muscles, it lets its back end go down. As we watch the injection process, the nice thing about this is the staff have the piglets totally immobile, that you have two injections going on at one individual time. Pigs are gently being placed after the injection into the floor. I think that's a good image right there, how he had him pointed out away from the employee's body. He did not hold that piglet close to his body like this and try to inject into his neck this direction, because the piglet could move and it could potentially inject yourself. The other thing you obviously wouldn't want to do is hold the pig upside down, propped against your thigh, and inject into the neck, because it's very easy, as we talked about the pig twisting, being uncomfortable, you could miss and inject yourself into the leg. So when you're doing this process, you have to be very mindful and attentive to the surroundings that you're working in. There's power washer lines like this that hang down from the ceiling. If you're ducking in and out to grab piglets, you have to be mindful of the heaters that you could actually bang your head into. We're getting ready to wean this litter right here. Now she's calm and content right now because the piglets are nursing. But as we begin to grab piglets to give that vaccination or that treatment or injection, that squeal of that piglet may cause her to get up. Now we have to work around the sow standing up. And keep in mind, this is a very stressful event in these piglets' life. This is turning the next chapter of being weaned off their mother and having to go to a new barn environment, whether that be a nursery, a grower, or a wean-to-finish barn. It's very important to think of all these things that we've talked about as we help these pigs in their next phase in production.